Good evening, thank you for coming. So I'm Joe Winter from the Australian Institute of Sport, and I'm the Head of Innovation, Research and Development. So what does that mean? It means I have 3 teams. I have a research office with about 25 PhD students in it, and also a human ethics research committee that sits in that office. I also have a big data team that collect data on all of our elite athletes that are hopefully going to the Olympics one day. So we're collecting about 100,000 data points a week on those athletes. You know, how they slept, what they ate, how they're feeling, the performance data, what their heart rate is every time they go training. So all that sort of typical sort of data you might associate with our athletes. And I also have a performance engineering team. So I guess being an engineer, they're kind of dear to my heart. So that's the 3 teams that I have. But I guess what I wanted to talk about tonight is a bit of a journey that we've been going on for the last few years at the AIS around a concept we refer to as the Quantified Self, and also precision training. So I guess the Quantified Self is really, for us, obviously we're trying to get the last 1% out of our athletes, and so how do we do that? We collect lots of data on our athletes, and obviously as time goes along we'll probably collect even more data on our athletes. But interestingly, it's the Formula One principle, or I guess even the principle of warfare, where eventually the inventions that come out of these 1% sort of parts of society trickle down into the rest of society. So, for example, how many of you are wearing Fitbits or smartwatches tonight? Anyone? Yeah, so there's a few of you. How many of you have got kids who've been their kids have been given pedometers or Fitbits at school just as an experiment to see how far they walk? And they all run around shaking their hands to beat each other and get the number of steps up. So it's trickling down, and eventually in this day and age, everyone loves sharing their data with each other, and so all of this wearable data is starting to be collected and people want to share it. But for us, I guess, the AIS sits under the Sports Commission. So the Sports Commission is part of the Department of Health, and we have a bigger mission, and that's really to try and get the population of Australia, or get them active from a young age and keep them active right through, hopefully, until they sort of stop being active, sort of 100 years down the track somewhere. So one of the challenges for us, and even for our elite athletes, is all of these different manufacturers of wearables, they all protect your data, so that you collect the data on a smartwatch. Have you ever tried to get that data in a format that you can then share with someone else, with your doctor or a hospital? It's very difficult. So one of the things that we at the AIS are trying to do is, I guess, try and encourage the wearables manufacturers to try and adopt an open framework or a standard around how we can share that data. And I guess in a sense it would be nice as people if, one day in 10 years' time, it's perhaps a bit like an autobiography of yourself, your own quantified self. How can you carry this sort of lump of information, probably virtually around in the cloud, so that as you change manufacturers, so you go from Apple to Samsung to Garmin to TomTom, or you end up getting some data from your GP when you go in for your medical check, how can you hand that data over to someone else that you may want to give it to later on, so that they can help you with a health problem, help you become an elite athlete? And so that's kind of the challenge for us at the moment. The prevailing attitude of wearable manufacturers, and especially, I might add, startup companies that I've had to deal with, is that they collect your data and it's their data, and they just let you have the bits that they want you to see. And so we're slowly trying to change that paradigm, and it is very slow. But that's the journey we're on, and hopefully one day you will all be able to just carry this blob of data around to help you with health, performance, or just looking back on your life in general. So thank you.